here we are. Welcome everybody to the calming good corner. That's it. Well done. You've been learning and playing all day long, and now it's time to relax. Take a breath, clear your busy mind. You've been making decisions, lots of deciding to do, lots of fun thoughts, ideas. It's all very exciting, but now it's time to relax. That's it. So everybody, make yourself comfortable. Have a wriggle around. That's it. Does anybody want a blanket? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. I've got some here. Well, we might need to share. Are we good at sharing? I thought so. Because our blankets are quite big. We've got... What colour's this then? What do you think? First of all, think of a fruit that's similar colour. Yes, I agree. Like a raspberry. Okay, who wants the big cuddly raspberry? Okay then. Dear. There you go. You take it. That's it. Alright. Get nice and snuggled up. Good. And there's another one here. Now, what do we think? What fruit? I've got an idea. Do you? Yes, I think so. A bit like a blueberry. Could be. Okay, who wants the big, cuddly blueberry? Right. Okay. And you're all going to share it. Oh, nice. Well, we don't need one person in charge. I think you can all take part. How's about that? Yeah. Okay. So you take one corner. That's it. And then you take another. And then you can open it and spread it around. Lovely. Well done. That's very good sharing. Oh yes. And you all look very comfortable. I've got a big fluffy raspberry over there and a big fluffy blueberry. You're making me feel hungry. Right, so did we want some soothing tools this time? I think somebody asked me for soothing tools. Okay, good, no problem. Well, we'll get those out in a moment, but what do we always say with soothing tools? You find a partner. And you ask the partner if they're happy with back drawing or playing with the hair, something like that. Okay. Alright, so do we have our partners? Let's see what we've got here. So we have just a few things. We've got, what's this one? The brush. And we do this on the arms. That's nice, isn't it? Very relaxing. Okay. And we've got the big wooden hair comb. You can do this on the hair or the back. Okay, let's pop that there. And we've got the lovely crinkly brush. Who wants that one? Okay. Alright, did you ask permission? Good. There it is. Alright. We all have to be sensible. So be nice and careful, gentle. And oh, these are my favourite ones. These are nice for drawing on the back. Who wants that one? Okay, there you go. That's the raspberry team. And okay, and you have that one. Lovely. And then we've got the wooden comb. You can comb the hair or the back or the arms. That's nice, like this. Very, very carefully. Okay, there you go. Oh, and you want the brush. There you go, take that. So, and we just got this one left. Who wants this one? Anyone? Okay, everybody has enough then. No problem at all. And so, what do we say? Nice and gentle, nice and slow. And you help each other too. Give some feedback and say, oh, that's nice, or I think you can stop now, whatever. Alright. Just tuck that in there for you. So, there you go. Everybody cozy? Everybody nice and comfortable? Good. Right, let's do our posters then, shall we? Let me have a look what we're going to do today. Can anyone remember which posters we did last time? What was it? Because I've forgotten. Oh, you are clever. Okay then. Well then I think we'll have this one. And let's see. Check in with yourself. And here, we'll have this one. And we've got the coping skills alphabet. I think we've done that one before. Check in with yourself. We do that often, don't we? Feelings wheel. That's a fun one. And feelings thermometer. We don't need that one very often, but that's a good one. Think before you speak. We always practice that, don't we? It's okay. What can I control? And emotions. with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. Ready? Because now we're all settled, nice and cozy and relaxed, and we're doing soothing tools, and everyone is breathing nice and steady, and your mind is beginning to calm. And let's go through the grounding technique. Okay, say after me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. So, when we're feeling a little excited, or what else could we be feeling? A little nervous, maybe. A little jumpy, perhaps. And we want to just calm down and perhaps focus on eating our dinner, or playing with a friend, or talking, something like that. Then we do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. So, let me show you. Number 5 is things you can see. Well done. So this is how we focus. And we start with 5. What can you see? Focus on what you can see. Notice what you can see. And number 4, things you can touch. That's it. And sometimes touching something like something next to you. This little box helps you to clear your mind and focus. So now you are seeing everything around you. You are looking at what you can touch and touching something near you. And then we start to listen. 3 things you can hear. What can you hear in the room? Yes, there are soothing tool sounds, a little moving, and silence as well. Yes, sometimes we notice that there aren't sounds, and that's quite nice too. This is a good one. Number 2 is things you can smell. Oh, what can we smell? Focus on what you can smell. Yes. Well, we had some lavender on in the room this morning, didn't we? We like lavender, don't we? Any other oils? What did we talk about? Cedarwood, yes. Lots of nice smells, aren't there? So things you can smell and taste. Do you have any taste in your mouth at the moment? Certainly when you're having your dinner you can taste. So we are looking at our senses, that's correct. See, touch, hear, smell, taste. And when we focus on all those things, we feel in the now. That's right. You are very clever today, aren't you? We feel in the now. You don't need to do all 5 steps to feel calm. Just choose the one that works best for you. So you can do all of them, or some of them, or just one. But focus on a sense, and then you'll feel, here I am, nice and calm in the now. That's it. Don't think about anything yesterday or tomorrow, just now. Well done. Okay. What else have we got here? Oh, this is very, very important, this one. Now we're going to do our affirmations. Ready? Would you like to read them with me? Or would you like me to read them to you? Maybe I could read them and you can say them in your mind. Good idea. Okay. Ready? I am important. I am heard. There, that's a good one. I am appreciated. Of course you are. I am appreciated. Well done. I am unique. We are all unique, aren't we? There isn't another one of you. Not at all. I am unique. I am loved. Can you say that in your mind or even out loud if you want to? I am loved. That's it. I am capable. That's a very good one, isn't it? I am capable. Because perhaps we don't know something today, but we can learn it, can't we? And we can always do our best. You are capable. I am capable. That's a funny word, capable. I am intelligent. I am intelligent. That's it. Oh, are you ready for this one? I am strong. I am strong. You are very strong. But strong doesn't always mean with muscles, does it? No. Means strong inside. That's it. Good. I am brave. I am brave. You are brave. You are brave. And this one is my favourite. You ready? Do you know it already? I am kind. I am kind. Because kindness isn't just for others, though that's very important. We must always be kind to everyone. but kind to yourself. Kind and forgiving to yourself. Because you are capable, you are learning, and you are intelligent and brave and strong. Well done. Very proud. That's good. You're doing really well today. Right, let's look at this one. Now this one we don't do very often, but it's good to just refresh our memory. And this is the emotions. How are you feeling? Look at all these different emotions, and sometimes you can feel some all at once. You can feel them all throughout the day, and you can feel just one or lots. We are very busy, aren't we? Happy, calm, proud, peaceful. Are we feeling peaceful now? Peaceful and calm, all at the same time. Brave, tired, oh dear, sometimes we feel tired. Shy, sad, oh dear, that's when we need to be kind, isn't it? When people feel sad, oh dear. We can be sad for all kinds of things, can't we? We can be sad for big things, sad for little things, or sometimes they feel big to you, sometimes little to others. It's all about what you think. Yeah? Sad. And if you see someone who's sad, you be kind to them. Okay, excited. We all get excited, don't we? Especially for school trips. Frustrated. And sometimes when we feel frustrated, we need to become calm and then come back to whatever it is that was frustrating us, and perhaps it won't frustrate you any longer. Silly. Sometimes we feel very silly, don't we? We want to play and have fun and make jokes. Worried. It's very normal to feel worried about things, and if you feel worried, always know that you can talk to someone and decide who the best person to speak to is, and we all should have someone that we can speak to. And embarrassed sometimes. We don't need to be embarrassed about anything, do we? But it's normal, and everyone can sometimes. Scared. Oh dear, if we feel scared, we must tell someone, okay? Surprised. Lonely. Oh, what a shame. What happens when we see someone who looks like they feel lonely? We can ask them if they're okay and if they'd like a friend. Sometimes we might look a bit lonely, and we might not be. We might just want to be by ourselves, and that's okay as well. But if you ask and the person says, no, I'm okay, I don't feel lonely, then you must listen and understand that they just want to be on their own. But it's very kind to ask. And what else? Distracted. That happens sometimes, doesn't it, when we're busy reading or doing something and there's a sound in the background and we think, oh, what is that? And we become distracted. Jealous. That happens sometimes, doesn't it? Nervous. We all get a little bit nervous about things, and that's okay. And angry. we all get angry sometimes. So those are emotions. How are you feeling? How are you feeling now? Okay. So if everybody's ready, we'll get on with our story. What's that? Oh, have you noticed my new mug today? Yes, I've got a new one. Do you want to see it? This one has got lots of lovely doggies all over it. Some with long ears, some with short ears, some with pointy ones, and the dogs are all different sizes. Who here likes dogs? You do. How lovely. I know that some of you have got a dog at home. Oh, dogs like to snuggle as well, don't they? There you go. That's my new mug for the week. So, these are some of the books we've been reading, and let me see what we've got here. And you'll have to remind me which book we're reading at the moment. So we've got The Velveteen Rabbit and The Jolly Postman, Milton's Secret, The Sapling, Unstoppable Me, and Life with My Family. Which one were we reading? Oh, aren't you very clever? Very good at remembering. Well done. The Velveteen Rabbit. Let's pop that there. Let's see. Now I remember that with our last book, I think we got about halfway through. Does anyone know which page we were at? That's a big question, isn't it? Okay. Very well remembered. Alright, so we're at page 17, and who would like to refresh our memory on what happened so far? Okay. Right. You are so clever. Alright. Well, we'll read a few more pages. How's about that? And then it's time to go to sleep. That's it. So everyone snuggle up nice and warm. Make sure you're 100% comfortable. And you can pop down the soothing tools if you want to now. Yeah? Okay. And then just have a nice listen and get nice and warm. Okay. And if you want to have a little snooze, you can lay down and snooze if you want. Alright, you can all fall asleep. Okay, I'll just read a few pages. Alright? Well, I'll say good night now then, shall I? Okay. Spring came, and they had long days in the garden. But wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too. He had rides in the wheelbarrow, and picnics on the grass, and lovely fairy huts built for him under the raspberry canes behind the flower border. And once, when the boy was called away suddenly to go out to tea, the rabbit was left out on the lawn until long after dusk, and Nana had to come and look for him with the candle because the boy couldn't go to sleep. Oh dear, he couldn't go to sleep unless he was there. He was wet through with dew and quite earthy from diving into the burrows the boy had made for him in the flower bed, and Nana grumbled as she rubbed him off with a corner of her apron. "You must have your old bunny," she said. "Fancy all that fuss for a toy." The boy sat up in bed and stretched out his hands. "Give me my bunny," he said. "You mustn't say that. He isn't a toy, he's real." When the little rabbit heard that he was happy, for he knew that what the skin horse had said was true at last, the nursery magic had happened to him, and he was a toy no longer. He was real. The boy himself had said it. That night he was almost too happy to sleep, and so much love stirred in his little sawdust heart that it almost burst. And into his boot-button eyes that had long ago lost their polish, there came a look of wisdom and beauty, so that even Nana noticed it the next morning when she picked him up and said, "I declare if that old bunny hasn't got quite a knowing expression." That was a wonderful summer. Near the house where they lived there was a wood, and in the long June evenings the boy liked to go there after tea to play. He took the Velveteen Rabbit with him, and before he wandered off to pick flowers or play brigands among the trees, he always made the rabbit a little nest somewhere among the bracken, where he would be quite cosy. For he was a kind-hearted little boy, and he liked Bunny to be comfortable. One evening, while the rabbit was lying there alone, watching the ants that ran to and fro between his velvet paws in the grass, he saw two strange beings creep out of the tall bracken near him. They were rabbits like himself, but quite furry and brand new. They must have been very well made, for their seams didn't show at all, and they changed shape in a queer way when they moved. One minute they were long and thin, the next minute fat and bunchy, instead of always staying the same like he did. Their feet padded softly on the ground, and they crept quite close to him, twitching their noses, while the rabbit stared hard to see which side the clockwork stuck out, for he knew that people who jump generally have something to wind them up. But he couldn't see it. There were evidently a new kind of rabbit altogether. They stared at him, and the little rabbit stared back, and all the time their noses twitched. "Why don't you get up and play with us?" one of them asked. "I don't feel like it," said the rabbit. but he didn't want to explain that he had no clockwork. "Oh," said the furry rabbit, "it's as easy as anything." And he gave a big hop sideways and stood on his hind legs. "I don't believe you can," he said. "I can," said the little rabbit. "I can jump higher than anything." He meant when the boy threw him, but he didn't want to say so. "Can you hop on your hind legs?" asked the furry rabbit. That was a dreadful question, for the Velveteen Rabbit had no hind legs at all. The back of him was made all in one piece, like a pincushion. He sat still in the bracken and hoped that the other rabbits wouldn't notice. "I don't want to," he said again. But the wild rabbits have very sharp eyes, and one stretched out his neck and looked. "He hasn't got any hind legs," he called out. "Fancy a rabbit without any hind legs." And he began to laugh. "I have," cried the little rabbit. "I've got hind legs. I'm sitting on them." "Then stretch them out and show me like this," said the wild rabbit. And he began to whirl round and dance till the little rabbit got quite dizzy. "I don't like dancing," he said. "I'd rather sit still." But all the while he was longing to dance, for a funny, new tickly feeling ran through him, and he felt he would give anything in the world to be able to jump about like these rabbits did. The strange rabbit stopped dancing and came quite close. He came so close this time that his long whiskers brushed the Velveteen Rabbit's ear, and then he wrinkled his nose suddenly and flattened his ears and jumped backwards. "He doesn't smell right," he exclaimed. "He isn't a rabbit at all. He isn't real." "I am real," said the little rabbit. "I am real. The boy said so." And he nearly began to cry. Just then there was a sound of footsteps, and the boy ran past near them, and with a stamp of feet and a flash of white tails, the two strange rabbits disappeared. "Come back and play with me," called the little rabbit. "Oh, do come back. I know I'm real." But there was no answer. Only the little ants ran to and fro, and the bracken swayed gently where the two strangers had passed. The Velveteen Rabbit was all alone. "Oh dear," he thought, "why did they run away like that? Why couldn't they stop and talk to me?" For a long time he lay very still, watching the bracken and hoping that they would come back, but they never returned. And presently the sun sank lower, and the little white moths fluttered out, and the boy came and carried him home. There. And we'll read the rest next time. That's it. So, everyone, have a little nap. And once you've had a nap, then it's time to go home to bed. There. Well done for being so good, so clever, so kind. There. You're all beautiful. Good night then.